Hi, you guys. Welcome back to Let's Talk with Brian and Tiya. We appreciate you guys joining us once again. This is our third episode. And if you missed the first two, go back to our YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe and catch up.
This week's topic is a fun one. It's one of those topics that it gets a lot of attention just because, you know, I'm sure it's happening all the time, and then people have their ideas about who does it, men, women. We talking cheating today, y'all. Cheating. Stuff that gets you in the doghouse, the stuff that have you sleeping on the couch.
I know.
And not getting up. Or somebody moving out.
If somebody moving, the locks is getting changed.
See, that's you. That's extra. The locks is getting changed. I can't come see my kids. That's wild, bro. That's too much. So, of course, as we do every week, we want to start the episode off with questions. We did a Q&A on cheating this week. We wanted to know what you guys' thoughts were. So one of our first questions, this is hilarious. This person said, do all men cheat? What do people cheat? Why do people cheat in relationships? And how to restore trust in relationships after? So I guess I'll take the first question. Do all men cheat? Hell no. All men don't cheat.
But you know, like a lot of women
do all women cook?
True.
No.
Well,
or do all women change diapers? Like anything that you suggest that a woman is supposed to do.
Okay.
No, all men don't cheat. Absolutely not. People cheat. And people cheat for a million different reasons. And that's really the question to ask is really, why do people cheat? Because it's tough to answer that for one person.
True. But I want to ask you this. Do you understand at least why a lot of women feel that all men cheat?
So do I understand why there's a stigma around men cheating? Of course. It's no different than any other stigma that, you know, is aligned with a certain group of people. Yeah, I get the stigma, but if I'm answering the question, the answer is no.
Yeah. I agree with you. I don't think all men cheat either.
Absolutely not. Why do you think people cheat in relationships, T?
I think people cheat because they're looking for something. They're not happy in some shape, form, or fashion. It doesn't always mean they're not happy with the person they're with. They could just not be happy with the circumstances that they're around. So some people cheat because they're bored. They want something new. Some people cheat because they're no longer in love with the person that they're with. Some people cheat because they just, you know, want to feel good about themselves. Some people are just not meant to be in one monogamous relationship, which we talked about before. But some people want their cake and eat it too. So they lie and they drag people along with them and they deceive them. And that's bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't agree with it. I don't think people should cheat. I think if you get to that place where you feel like you want to, you definitely tell your partner that you're not happy. Mm-hmm. That makes it easy. That way you don't have to cheat. Just do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, just do whatever you want. It's no point to cheat.
Now comes the second part of that. How do you restore trust after you cheat? That's a long and hard process. And it depends on who you cheat on, because some people are non-forgiving.
That is true.
If you cheat on me, it's over.
If I cheat on you, it's over?
I ain't say that, but I'm saying I'm saying if some people feel that way.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think we got a lot of entanglement. The entanglement thing, right? We got all entanglement shit going on. Like
that is
you can't
true.
Just leave.
That's
a lot.
True.
That's a lot to untangle.
That is true.
So no, I wouldn't say that, but I mean, it depends on what you did too.
That is
I'd
true.
Make it really hard. So restoring the trust, I think, just comes with time. If you decide to work it out, it can't be one of those things where you bringing it and hitting the person over the head with it. Hey, remember when you did that? Yeah. You got to truly decide to move on from it and work past it.
I agree. I think a lot of times if you decide to continue the relationship with the person who's cheated on you, I think that you also have to understand you can't remind them every day that they cheated on you. It's like you have to mutually decide to move on and move forward. It doesn't mean you guys can't talk through things and work on things, but it's also not fair to beat them over the head every day about it either.
Not at all.
Because then you might as well leave.
Okay. Is cheating a complete deal breaker, or can a relationship truly be salvaged?
I just think it depends on the relationship. Yeah. And because some people have standards. Like I have certain things that I'm like, no. Like I don't know. At least I think that. I don't know. It hasn't happened to me, so I can't say for sure. But there are certain things that I have as deal breakers, and I'm sure that Brian has a deal breaker. So it just depends on the relationship.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the relationship. I think it can be a deal breaker. And I think you can salvage a relationship for the same reasons,
I think so
depending
too.
on the person. And when you cheat, right? You cheat before kids and marriage. Maybe it's a little easier to come back from that, depending on the person. But after that, sometimes it becomes,
a little bit more difficult
to come back from those things. And that's why you got to be mindful when you cheat.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is similar to one of the other questions. How do you build that trust back once it's gone? And as we mentioned before, it's one of those things that just takes time. You got to give the person the opportunity to build the trust back if you truly want to work on the relationship.
I agree.
Yep. Again, cheating a deal breaker for some. Once a cheater, always a cheater.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I don't think that people grow and change. Now, if the person does not do work on themselves, if the person does not acknowledge or take accountability for what they've done, then yes, if they stay the same, if they're in the same space, same mindset, then yes, they will continue to do the same thing. But if it's a person who did it and they are really remorseful for it and they actually do the work to transform themselves, then I believe that it's possible that they won't cheat again, especially if you support them through the process. Because if it's a two-way street, maybe they cheated for a specific reason in your relationship. So if you're supporting them through that, then I think that they can definitely change.
I agree. The second, and it kind of alludes to the second half of the question, or can people change? And yes, that's step one. The person has to change before the behavior changes, because cheating is a behavior. And so if you keep the same habits, more than likely you'll repeat the same behaviors. Right. And so that's something to be mindful of and aware of. Yeah. If the person is doing that.
I agree.
And so along with those questions came some comments that people shared. So someone said, a relationship can survive it if the two get to the bottom of why it happened and both commit to working on themselves as individuals in the relationship. So that's similar to kind of what we talked about. Any form of deceiving your partner is cheating. You agree with that?
Any form of deceiving your partner is cheating. Not necessarily. I mean, yeah, I guess maybe.
Yeah.
But deceiving them like
if I lie to you.
If you lie to me, I don't think it's cheating if you lie to me.
So I agree. I don't think any form of deceiving is cheating. But I do think that if you're deceiving them, I don't see, that's the definition with cheating type question, right? Like, is it just simply because I didn't tell you that I talked to my platonic girlfriend on the phone and what we talked about? I told you we only talked about, what happened yesterday, but we talked about something more serious or deep. Is that cheating on you?
I mean, I wouldn't feel like you cheated on me. I would just feel like that's whack and you could have.
It looked like you think I cheated.
No.
I did not cheat. Don't say I cheated.
No. I don't think you cheated. I just think that that's like whack. I mean, because at the same time, I don't want you to tell me everything that you do when we're not around each other either.
Right.
So, but I think if it's an emotional, maybe if it's an emotion, if you start getting emotions for that person. But I think if you're just having just a conversation with them, that maybe, I mean, because you could think like, oh, maybe Tiya wouldn't like this. But also at the same time, like, I don't really care for you to come to me and tell me every single thing or every conversation you have with somebody. Because that's like, even with like your guy friends or my girlfriends, like, I'm not going to tell you everything we talk about.
Right. No, I agree.
So if it's just a platonic friend, then I mean, as long as you're not trying to fuck nobody behind my back, I don't care. Like, what you doing?
That's good to know. That's good to know. That adds a little security for me. Thank you, Tiya. Okay.
Or fall in love with somebody behind my back.
I mean, I feel like that's obviously cheating though, right?
Yeah.
That's obviously cheating. Another comment. I think cheating is a sign of a bigger issue within the person that cheated or in the relationship. I agree with that.
Usually, I think so too. Usually it's just with them or within a relationship too. But it's something I think that starts with yourself, because it's like, why can't you just tell your partner?
Yeah, but and to your point, that's a deeper thing. Usually when you don't tell your partner because you feel like you can't.
You can't. True.
Shit, I can't tell her. If I tell her, she might be like, you going to cheat anyway. And I really just told you because I needed to tell you, and that's how I felt.
You think people cheat on people they know they can get away with it with, though? Like, because some people, well, I'm going to say women, I think that sometimes men cheat on women that they know that they going to take them right back.
So I agree with that, but I think, again, we talking about behaviors. That's more of like somebody who's easily taken advantage of.
Yeah.
So it don't have to be necessarily cheating. It could be anything. It's like, I know she gonna buy me something if I make her feel bad. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I think if you have a person with that type of personality, then yeah, you definitely can take advantage of them in regards to cheating, but you also can do it with other things too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So another person said, definitely unacceptable, can be prevented. If you cheat, it's because you wanted to.
I agree.
I agree with that.
I don't think there's no such thing as I accidentally cheated.
No, you can't accidentally cheat. That's well, I don't know, T. What about
no?
So look, hear me out. I'm not saying an accident where you didn't know it happened. I'm saying accident where you were under the influence of maybe alcohol, right? And you do some shit because you're under the influence of alcohol. Would that be considered an accident?
Yeah, that's kind of an accident. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes, okay, so yes, it could be an accident, right? Because I think that.
Tiya about to tell me she did some shit. Look at it.
What? I didn't do that.
You know when you take that deep breath, like.
No, I'm not.
You let it out and then you say what it is. You told them on camera.
I was say if I did, I would not say it right here on in front of people to watch me tell you that.
That's wild. So no, I'm just playing.
No, I just think like kind of like when it depends on. So I just think you should not put yourself in certain positions.
I agree with that.
Because I would say like, yes, maybe when I'm drinking, I might flirt with somebody or whatever, but I'm never going to be in a space with a man to where I can cheat though.
But that's what I'm saying. But look at what you said. You said when you were under the influence, you flirted. Mm-hmm. So if that was my definition of cheating, then technically you cheated.
Mm-hmm. Is that your definition of cheating?
No, it's not. But I'm saying technically you would have cheated by accident.
Yeah,
not
by
because
accident.
you were
That's
consciously
true.
thinking
trying
about
to cheat. Yeah,
right. So I think it can happen by accident, depending on the circumstances. But to your point, you should be mindful when you are drinking or under the influence of your situation, of your environment.
And I guess for me, I'm thinking of what my definition of cheating is.
Oh,
and
I'd love to hear it.
I told you.
Just have sex with someone else.
Just have sex with somebody else, or having a
kiss?
Full on. Yeah, no, that's out. It's out. Anyway,
so any physical
activity with somebody else without me knowing is cheating to me.
I got you. That's good. I got it. Another person, it's a deal breaker. So for this person, it doesn't matter.
I wonder what that person's definition of cheating is, though.
That would be a good question. But whatever it is, they said it's done. Like the relationship is over if you cheat. And I think when I hear cheating, if I'm gonna give a general example of cheating, I think it's sex. I think that's most people's idea of
having
cheating.
Sex with somebody else.
You go and you kiss or have sex with somebody else, you cheated.
Yeah.
You know what
Kissing is not a deal breaker for me, but sex, it feels like a deal breaker to me. Right.
Now I hear you. This person got deep. They said the betrayal piece, no matter what level of cheating, is the heaviest part of it.
The betrayal,
It's like, dang, you betrayed me.
I know. Because you know what it is, too? When you cheat, you got to, like, lie. Like, for me, it's like you come, like, you just finished cheating, and you got to walk through the door and kiss me and tell me everything is okay. And you know you just cheated. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's a heavy load of deception when you cheat because it takes work.
It does. That's why I can't cheat.
Yeah, it's work.
I get caught up quick.
You gotta make sure your bases is covered. The moment you slip up, and for men, I feel like that's what happens a lot of the time. Yeah, because you got these specific behaviors that you have, and the moment you do some shit that's out of line, it's like women them antennas go off. It's like that shit they call women's intuition. I never believed it until now. It's real. It's real that. What's going on? it's they get them antennas. It's like what's happening?
Call him one time, like, so that's a whole other conversation.
I don't know what she's talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
I plead the fifth, not me.
anyway, it's very true.
Yeah. So how do you feel about when your friends have their man that cheated and how that affects your relationship?
Like, if
so you have a friend and her man cheated, she tells you, how does that, as a woman, like, does it make you start thinking like, is my man cheating? Do you feel like you got to tell her, like, give her advice on what to do?
I don't feel like if my friend's man is cheating, that means my man's cheating. No, I don't feel that way. Because I know my man ain't cheating. So I don't have to worry about that. But I've been in that space before, and it is tough, you know. The space I'm in now so much, I think I'm a little bit more detached from it, just because it's just not my business.
Right.
But before, I feel like at one point in my life, I just felt very invested in like my friends, and like very emotionally connected to everything that they did, as if it was me. Maybe not to that extreme, but I felt it. But I felt like I didn't want to fuck with men no more. Like, I don't want to really be around you because you just dirty.
Yeah. See, that's tough. And you start judging a person, so to speak, when you feel like they cheated. Because we have all these ideas around what cheating means. You're a liar.
I just think it's just mean. Like, I don't like to see my friends like crying over like their guys cheating on them and stuff like that. It hurts my feelings.
No, I hear you. Do you ever suggest to your friends what to do? Like, yo, you should leave his ass?
I try my best not to do that.
Why?
I get really frustrated sometimes when I feel like they should leave them, but I really try my best not to utter the words, it's time to leave, unless it has to be like at the end. Like, it has to be like, okay, girl, it's time. You know what I mean? But I try my best not to say that, just because like everybody's situation is their own. You know what I mean? It's very different. Unless they're in a very abusive space, then I might be like, okay. But I mean, I will tell them like, no, you like, that's out.
Right.
But as far as like cheating, I just feel like that's just their personal business. I'll explain to them they're worth more. You know, if it's an occurrence, something that's constantly happening to them, I'm like, you know, you're better than that. Because I think sometimes with women, I could say, we take things when we feel like there's nothing better.
Yeah.
And I want to express to them that you're worth more than that. You don't have to, if that's not something that makes you feel comfortable, you don't have to stay with somebody just because.
No, I agree.
So, but that's tough.
It's funny. I know one of the questions was, do all men cheat? I've never had a homeboy be like, yo, my girl cheated on me. That's the funny thing.
That's what I was saying.
I can't recall like, yo, let me
I know a lot of men who cheat.
I had a homie like, yo, she cheated, bro. That's the thing. Like that make it a little lopsided. But that's just me though. Hey, yo, look, I want people in the comments, guys, please tell me if you had other homies that have had girls cheat on them. That way I'm not on this island by myself, please. Because the way it's looking right now is...
Don't come talking about nobody that been together for 5 months or something like that.
Nah, it don't matter. Like, cheating is cheating.
If they ain't got no kids and they only been together for a little bit of time, it's open, fair game.
Really?
You could do whatever you want to do if we not...
So then, there you go. So hold on. Then when does cheating actually start then? Cheating only starts when you say, I'm your girlfriend, you might... Nah, see, you tripping. It can't.
I'm just saying, I'm telling people now, like, enjoy yourself while you can. Like,
facts, but that don't mean it got to be across the board.
Okay, well, I'm not saying don't be dishonest, but I'm just saying don't put yourself in a situation to where... I'm just going to be quiet.
Please, because she's trying to make it a double standard. That's the thing with men and women. It's always the double standard when it comes to certain things.
Well, let's talk about double standard. Also, if you talk about, you never heard one of your homeboys say, oh, my girl cheat on me. Also, I hear a lot of men say, okay, I do what I do, but if my girl cheats on me, I'm out.
No, I hear that a lot too.
Which is super unfair.
No, that's definitely a double standard. That's whack as shit.
That's because guys are so much more emotional than they make themselves out to be. They get hurt fast, and they try, they're not.
it's also that idea their pride is hurt. You know what I mean? Because
it's probably back to that possessive thing we were talking about too. Like, it's my girl.
Definitely.
You gave her out to somebody else.
Exactly. Because the moment somebody finds out another dude hit, it's like, bro, you got the girl that other niggas hit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the idea around it. That's why it's so heightened when you talk about.
But other niggas like who? Because if it's a guy that's not in your circle, then it shouldn't matter that much.
What you mean it shouldn't matter?
I'm saying he shouldn't be that hurt if it's not a guy that people gonna know about.
A guy in general. I mean, you never know when that's gonna come back up. It be you on vacation one day and you run into that nigga like, yo, I'm the dude that hit you. That would be crazy. That would be wild. But you would know. That's what I'm saying. You can't leave that door open.
Yeah,
but I think for either or. I'm not saying just for guys. I'm saying for a woman too. A woman wouldn't be like one to,
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want that.
Had sex with your guy. You know what I'm saying?
That's girls be funky too. Like, yeah, I
did.
Fucked her nigga.
That's what I'm saying. The double standard is real. Girls be behaving very similar to men, and a lot of times we don't highlight that because we don't want to make it seem like something, and vice versa. Men be acting like women too.
Or people just act like people.
That's facts. Clear it up, T. That's facts. That's facts.
People just act like people.
That's facts. So yeah, the cheating thing definitely can get a little, much. It can go into details that make it really tough on a relationship. So if you are gonna cheat, you are gonna cheat.
Give them the rules to cheating. If you want to cheat, let me tell you how to do it.
Before you cheat, I should say, make sure you're honest with your partner and tell them how you feel. That way, maybe it'll alleviate the cheating versus just getting right into cheating.
Yeah. Because I think sometimes people cheat because they fight it, they don't have an option.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know why people cheat.
No, I mean, I'm sure it's for those reasons, but I'm saying, like, if it is something that you want to try or do different, you should just tell the person. Shit, they might mess around and let you. Oh, baby, you want that? Bring her over.
Some people...
I'm having them... I just...
Shut up. Some people... I'm done. All in all, don't cheat. Just break up and have a field day and then call them back up in the wintertime and get back together again.
Definitely. But I appreciate you guys coming and sitting and talking with T and I for episode 3. We definitely can't wait to get to you guys for episode 4. Again, Q&A coming soon. We'll have the questions. We want you guys to continue to participate, continue watching videos, like and subscribe on YouTube, and can't wait to talk to you guys.
Yes, have a good night.